What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Summer Game Fest, get these videos going, starting with this video, 4 games that I think are either very likely or I'm very hopeful that they'll appear at Summer Game Fest. So they're all for kind of different reasons, but maybe there's a central theme. We'll find out as we go through. But like I said, I want to make several videos on Summer Game Fest. This is just the first of them, and I'm obviously going to be co-streaming the event as well when they go live, and hopefully have a really good show. Last year's Summer Game Fest was very up and down, and some good announcements, some big announcements, but also I remember there being several down moments in that show. Okay, let's go through them. Most of these I actually have a lot of confidence. There's only one of the 4 that I'm kind of iffy, but let's start with some of the confidence ones. Number 1 is Little Nightmares 3. Now, this is just one that I'm feeling good about, right? Some of these have a little bit more of a tie to Jeff Keighley than others, and this one I really actually wouldn't say does have the biggest tie to him. And could I see it not appearing? Well, God, I hope not. But no, I think it checks a lot of boxes. And this is actually a type of game that I use as kind of a model for him, where it's a middle-sized game. This doesn't need to be the biggest thing of all time. Now, I have bigger games on the list, but this is a mid-sized game. It's a quality franchise. I really love Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Right? So it's got name recognition, but not like an overabundance of it, right? It's not like everybody knows what this is. It's in that middle tier, and it comes out this fall, or it comes out really, let's just say, at some point this year. Now, as we're sitting here at the end of May, it kind of needs to come out in the fall. There's no other time, right? We know the game is going to be 2024. I mean, at least that's what they said. Supermassive has experienced layoffs and shakeups, but hopefully the game is going to be okay. We've already gotten gameplay for this game through the PlayStation YouTube channel, actually. We got a good amount of, I think, co-op gameplay there. So it just feels like a Jeff Keighley type game, where it's not too big, it's not too... Now, he can do different types of games in general. He's got a wide range, but it feels like it's a good game where it's a middle-sized thing. It's coming out this year, so it's not like it's 2 years away. It doesn't need to be a brand new announcement. We've already seen it before. We're just waiting on the date. I know for sure Little Nightmares 1, I think, came out in the summer. Little Nightmares 2 might have also come out in the summer. If it comes out in the summer, Summer Game Fest, June 7th, maybe July or August, the game could come out. I just think it lines up really well, and again, I think it makes a lot of sense for it to appear there. Okay, number 2, another game I have pretty high confidence on is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now, I'm going to say, actually, for a couple different reasons. A friend of mine actually made a very good point, and I kind of want to lead with this. If you go on the Summer Game Fest, and actually there is no official Summer Game Fest YouTube channel, it all goes through the Game Awards, right? You go on the Game Awards YouTube channel, and they really don't post too many trailers. Like, if you actually go back 3 months ago, 5 months ago, you got like the Indiana Joneses of the world, Judas, but Jeff did a thing with Ken Levine there. But you look at the more recent ones, and you have like Arkham Shadow. Well, that's a game we know is going to be there. Assassin's Creed, that one is pretty darn likely as well. But look right below it, you have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Star Wars Outlaws. He kind of is selective. Like, he doesn't have every game trailer on the planet on this YouTube channel. It's just a few, and Kingdom Come is one of them. This is another one that I think, well, that's one really good point to me, right? Like, it's one of the few that's on the channel. I would imagine the ones that are on the channel stand a really good chance of being shown by him. But even if you take that part out, Kingdom Come Deliverance is another one where middle-sized game. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's a sequel. It's coming out this fall. We know that for sure, but it does not have a date. And we've seen it once before, but we need a little bit more info, maybe another trailer, maybe a little gameplay deep dive, whatever they end up doing. Again, this feels like another Jeff Keighley game, and it's got the added benefit of being on seemingly a selective list of games on the YouTube channel. Okay, for number 3, let's actually break up the trend. Let's go with one that I really want to be there, but I'm not so certain, is The Wolf Among Us 2. Now, we've talked about this before in its own video, so I won't spend too much time here because you just watched the other one, but every time we've seen this game, and I do believe it's literally every time, it's always through Jeff. I feel like this kind of needs to happen through him, whether he's got like a deal with the devil or they made a deal with the devil and the devil's Jeff Keighley, however you want to rationalize it. Every time, from the announcement trailer to when they did their roundtable discussion, when they posted the pictures and the blog, although they did that on their Telltale, I think they did that through their forum page or whatever, Jeff posted it on social media, and it kind of blew up. It wasn't directly through him, that last one, but it also kind of was, if you catch my drift. So I really believe The Wolf Among Us and Jeff are tied at the hip. This is a game that was supposed to come out last year. Now it's supposed to come out this year. We have no idea in God's name where the game is, if it's still coming out this year, but hopefully it is, right? So this is one that I just cannot imagine appears anywhere but a Jeff Keighley show. That is just a flat-out opinion. If this were to appear at an Xbox event, my jaw would hit the floor. Like, I just don't think they're capable of doing, and that's not necessarily like a negative thing. I'm wording it in such a way where it's like, it's got to be through Jeff. So it's either Summer Game Fest or you go to Gamescom and you do it in August, right? June or August, pick your poison. But either way, for the love of God, please have this game come out this fall. So again, and for this one in particular, and I'm pretty sure maybe even the other two as well, you know, he listed out the partners, right? The name of all the partners that are going to Summer Game Fest. And if we're specifically talking about Wolf Among Us, Telltale is not on that list. So it's like, it's not a guarantee. But at the same time, he said that was only round one of partners and that there would be more. So maybe like a Square Enix. Well, a lot of people think Kingdom Hearts, but Square Enix isn't on the list, but maybe eventually they will be, right? You got to keep that in mind. Now, this last one is the one I feel the most confident in. It's why I left it for last. Dragon Age Dreadwolf. There's a few things here, and it actually is kind of a combination of everything. So, number one, it's a game that's going to be shown this summer. They've already said that. Number two, EA is going to Summer Game Fest. Those two alone, I feel like, are pretty good. They're good enough because, you know, EA has done their own things. And I don't mind it. Like, I like it when these companies, when Capcom does their own showcase, right? I like that. But EA, they haven't done it in a while. It doesn't seem like they're going to, especially because, like, the sports games are always so kind of all over the place of when they announce them. Dragon Age is the only other thing they got going right now. Battlefield is still a little bit out, you know, etc., right? So to do their own show, I just don't know if that even makes sense, I guess, in this time. But those two things alone are pretty powerful to me. We know it's being shown this summer. It's going to Summer Game Fest, or EA is going. Now, could they show Madden or, you know, whatever else sports game? They could, but, like, you have a big one right around there. The rumor is the game is coming out in the fall, and if not the fall, maybe early 2025. So it's prime time to not just show, like, a deep dive, but also do a release date. And that this one feels, and I've been telling people this one feels like a show opener or a show closer. It really does. Like when he ends with Monster Hunter, or I mean, the Fast and Furious year was a little bit different, but he ends big, right? And he starts big, honestly, too. This is a game that I feel like you can give a good 5, 7, 8 minutes with, where you can show a trailer, you can do a deep dive, you can do whatever you want, and it's big enough. Dragon Age is a big enough name that you can end the show or start the show with that. And then I guess the final thing, connecting it all back, just like I said with Wolf Among Us, Dragon Age, not that I don't know if, like, technically everything Dragon Age has ever come through him. Like, they've done blog posts on BioWare and all that stuff, but we've seen like 4 or 5 like concept trailers or official trailers as time has gone, but we've gotten a lot of small Dragon Age things, and they're always at his shows. They've been at Summer Game Fest before. I think they've been at Gamescom before. They've been at the Game Awards before. They again, they're really kind of tied at the hip for some, whatever reason it might be, they're tied at the hip. So this game, it's again why I wanted to leave it till last. It has everything. It has the proximity, right? Like, it's coming out soon. It's a big name, so you can end or start the show on it. It's got meaty stuff that needs to be shown. It's got ties to Jeff Keighley. EA is going. It really checks all the boxes that maybe some of these other games, even on my list, right? Maybe they check a couple of them, but maybe not all of them. This game checks every single box. So I feel like this is the most likely game to be there. So you let me know what you think in the comments, which games you think are going to be there. I think I'm going to do a video of games I think will not be there. I think that might be fun. So look out for that in the coming days. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.